Welcome back to Sonny Talk Spurs, and today I'm only joined by a special guest. It's my best mate and Manchester City fan, Mr Ciaran Carlin.
Yeah.
How you doing, mate? You good?
I'm good. I'm ready to trash talk Spurs.
Oh, I don't want you to do that. I thought
Well,
we had
easy.
a bit of a respect though, didn't we? Some respect.
Yeah, you're all right. As in, morally, I think you're all right.
Yeah, we're one of the good guys in the Big Six, aren't we?
You don't have any qualms there, but one day you'll get there.
Now, I've been wanting to do this video. I've been talking to you about it for a long time because, like, ever since I launched this channel, this was an idea I had in the back of my head. It's all about, like, Tottenham just seem to always get the upper hand over Manchester City, and I'm not sure why, how, and where that sort of rivalry came from. But before we get into that, I just want to talk to you about, you've just won a treble. How are you feeling about all that?
It feels like I've completed football, and now, like, what's left after that? Winning 4.
You got to do the quad, haven't you?
Yeah, well,
you got to make more.
We're going to
history.
do like the Club World Cup and whatever.
All that rubbish.
Super Cup,
Yeah,
crap is. Like, you want to win it, but at the same time,
it's not got value as much as like, we're world champions. You paid 4 teams. Like,
yeah, it's pointless, to be honest, but it's fun. No, it's nice. It's sort of. I feel like I can relax now. You know what I mean?
There was a lot of pressure from friends and sort of
like
everyone was putting pressure not just on City, they're putting pressure on you as well, because there is expectation every season for City. So.
Which is like, I sort of just want to win the league, but then it finally got to a point where I was like, hey,
because you're not the biggest fan of UEFA, are you?
Yeah, no, I hate them. I'm just like happy and excited to like start again, because I feel like I can watch football in like a different way now, because it's like, where do you go from here, sort of thing. So it'll be more interesting to see like how we play, and I'll be more interested in the intricacies of that than just like ball in net win. But I do like watching football as a ball in net win.
That's the thing, because obviously we used to live with each other and we watched a lot of games together, like just City games, Tottenham City games. And I mean, I love watching City. I think they're just one of the best sides to watch in world football. And it is just that process of just seeing Pep Guardiola play and the way it passes around. And I've been jealous of that, because we've had some of the most toilet football for the last 4 or so years. But you say about style of play and approach. Transfer window this summer so far. More outgoings than incomings. Are you sort of happy with that approach of sort of refresh?
Yeah, you have to. It seems almost like a spoiled child, but it's like you can't have the same team again if they've won everything, because people just like, you don't down tools, but it's just not the same.
Yeah, okay.
You have to that's where to get rid of Sterling and Gabby Jesus and Zinchenko. It was like, you have to like refresh it and get someone in to like push someone else who's like an established person. Otherwise, it's just not the same. And that's how like. But it seems from the outside perspective, I guess I always thought it's about like United and stuff. It was always like, oh, they go win the bloody league or whatever, then they go spend the world record transfer fee on someone. You're like, that's not fair.
Yeah.
But you realise that you have to do
Proper
that.
monopoly.
Otherwise, you won't win it again. And the entire point is to just keep winning it. But no, so I'm sort of happy. I'm actually happy we didn't get Declan Rice, which sounds like sour grapes, but I wanted him because it would be funny.
Another one up on Arsenal sort of thing.
just to piss them off, to be honest. But it was sort of working out, just being like, does he fit? Like, what he's not. He's actually like a goal scoring midfielder. Like, he's not Gündoğan. And then it's like, well, we just bought Kovacic, so it's like, I don't really.
And then you got Phillips, and you've got Rodri.
Yeah, I think we were going to play him in like a more advanced role, but then I got to the point, I just accepted it because everyone we buy just turns out to be all right after a year. So it's sort of.
I wish that was the case for us.
Yeah, after that many things, it's like I actually don't question a single signing until it actually goes wrong now, because it just doesn't seem to go wrong.
Yeah, no Mangalas anymore.
So, no more. We looked amazing initially, and then just terrible.
And obviously, I know it's really early doors, but have you got sort of a prediction on what City can achieve next year? Like, do you think the pressure's more on in the sense of Liverpool, Chelsea, teams like that coming back, or maybe Tottenham?
Maybe so.
Yeah,
I think I think we'll win it again.
all of it.
Not all of it. I
Definitely
think we'll win the league again. I don't know. I just think there's still a lot of window left to go, but I think there'll be enough change in midfield that Foden's going to play in midfield now rather than on the wing, which is his place. So I think there'll be enough change in sort of the way we play, especially with like if we get Guardiola. I haven't checked how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, no, that's good.
And then playing with the centre back in midfield. I just think will be enough of a change that and with a couple of players changing in midfield that the refresh is enough that we can win the league.
Yeah, I think you've convinced me, because at the start you're getting rid of a lot of leaders here, but now when you've explained it like that, I think that makes quite a lot of sense. Now onto managers. Obviously, you've got Pep Guardiola, the best. I love him, the GOAT. We've now got Ange Postecoglu. A lot of people have compared them in styles and attack.
He was at the City Group.
Yes, he was Yokohama F. Marinos.
Yeah,
that's good. Good memory there.
Good name.
And they even had a good interaction. I think they played each other, and Pep, and they basically said how much they admired each other. Do you reckon Tottenham are going to go down that approach of a bit of, with this attacking football, more like experimentation and initiative, and sort of how Pep changes it up a bit?
Yeah, I think you have to, because the entire idea is that you tried 3 managers in a row who just play terrible football but have a track record of winning stuff, and that didn't work. So it's now you have to play have people said the Tottenham way? Yeah. That's not a thing.
Tottenham DNA.
That's just not a thing.
We do like having attacking football. That's all we could.
But who doesn't?
Yeah, I know.
Apart from
Chelsea,
Burnley
early Chelsea.
Stoke.
Burnley don't even have that anymore.
But but there isn't a club's way. It's just oh, you want to score goals? Yeah. I reckon most teams do. No, I think it's the right appointment. Did you go for someone before him? Was he first choice?
See, this is what I think it was blown out of proportion. It wasn't as bad as the Nuno summer, because I don't think we ever really went in for Nagelsmann. I think that was Company signed the new deal, but everyone was like, "Oh, what's all this about?" And then I think the first choice would have been what's his face, what's his name, Arne Slot. I think we did want him, but I feel like him and Ange are basically cut from the same cloth, attacking football from leagues where you're not sure if it's going to translate to England. So, I mean, I'll be honest. I think Ange is a lovely Aussie lad. Very plump fellow. Arne Slot's bald. I think we've gone for the right profile and choice.
The Baldies have a good track record.
Oh yeah,
they have a really good track record.
Yeah,
but I think I'm actually quite excited to watch Tottenham, which I don't think I've ever said ever.
No, I think you're right.
Because it'll be different. It won't be counter-attacking, which might mean we might win.
Oh no! Yeah.
We did beat you last year, but it was we were 2-0 down
at half time. Yeah, in the most Spursy fashion.
And then obviously we can't score at yours at all, which is insane. But I feel like now you'll try and play football, we'll batter you at that. But I think in the long run, I think you would take beating everyone else and finally losing to us or getting battered by us.
Yeah.
I think the inverse is probably more fun at this point.
I'd say because I think we'll get onto a bit more in a moment, but it's we haven't been able to really beat top clubs away, and at home it's patchy as well. So the technique of this sitting back and absorbing pressure just hasn't worked. But it does work against you, which baffles me, because the amount of games we've sat and watched together, and I feel like there was a few good in a row where it was you'd have 20 to 30 chances and we'd have 2 and we win 2-0. And I just remember I was sitting there baffled, and you were sitting there heads in your hands going how have we come out of this?
It's every time. So it's not even it's pure I feel like it's not anger anymore. It's just apathy. It's just you just know before it happens. We could be the best form of our lives. Brilliant Tottenham games coming up, and it's just I don't know what it is, but I think what annoys me, I get angry more at everyone else being surprised. Yeah. Because I'm why this happens
I remember you saying that
all the time. Yeah. Don't be surprised. I'm almost Stop laughing at us because this isn't a shock. We should be laughing if we win. Like, it does matter.
But then, like, onto our weird rivalry, it's sort of, we've had conversations about this before, it's sort of stimulated in the 70s with the FA Cup. I remember Ricky Villa scoring that famous FA Cup goal. But then I feel like it properly reignited back in 2010 time, where we beat you to that Champions League spot.
Both, yeah.
So it's like, do you reckon, where would you pinpoint it?
Because my dad hates Spurs because of the Ricky Villa goal or whatever. And then, I guess mine's both you under Redknapp and both battling for the Champions League. And Aston Villa were in there a bit as well.
Yeah, I remember that,
And then they just fell away.
Yeah, Martin O'Neill days.
And I guess it's the perceived, like... So I sort of have it with Brush as well. It's the perceived thing that it's like, well, you're doing football like the right way sort of thing. Like, not untold spending untold wealth and so on.
Oh no, we don't do that.
But, so I guess it's that. But and then I guess from my perspective, it's just like, oh, well, you do sometimes spend money, and it's just it just not very well.
No, we don't do that.
It just tends to be. I think I rarely see like a Tottenham signing and be like, yeah, that's a sensible decision, and that will work out for both parties. I guess it's pretty much boo-hoo, like that. Just sort of like, you feel sorry for yourself, do you?
We do a lot. Very half glass empty round.
Yeah,
North London.
I get, but it becomes tiresome. And then it's almost like Liverpool as well. It's like, well, at some point you got to just take responsibility and maybe like buy better.
Yeah, do better.
Because Levy does spend money, not to the extent of everyone else, but just like badly, just really.
You don't
badly.
have to tell me that twice. Honestly,
it's just so I don't know how it could possibly be that bad, but it is. Just don't buy people from Syria, pretty much.
Yeah, but we had to because of Paratici.
Yeah,
and he's still somehow just lurking.
That's the only, he's Italian, so he has to buy Italian players.
And then I feel like it got ignited when we did move to the new stadium as well, because the infamous Champions League quarter-final. Do you know what? I saw an edit, and I feel like it happened because Pep called us the Harry Kane team.
Which isn't a bad thing.
And then, I feel like that was taken out of context. And then Son scored. And Son's got quite a good record against City. And then he went up to the camera and said, like, you're talking about me, this is me. And then since then, it's just haven't been able to beat us. The second leg, obviously, had the controversial VAR moments, handballs, and the offside and all that. So,
really, that handball still does my head in.
I know.
Because then they changed the rule the next year.
Got to answer this question. And I feel like you've hinted at it. Do you actually fancy beating us this season?
Yes.
Comfortably?
I think comfortably. I think we comfortably finally beat you both times.
What score? 3-0. Whitewash?
3-1.
Oh, we nabbed one.
Yeah, I mean, you might get the first one. But I think justice prevails. Based on
the football gods win for once.
based on pure stats.
We'll be naive. The centre backs will be somehow like out there, and we're like, "What's going on here?"
You'll try and do it, and then if you try and you can play the same way as us, but because our individuals are better, we'll batter.
And finally, obviously, you've said like we're not good at spending money. You look at our squad at the moment. Is there any players in particular, apart from maybe an obvious candidate, that you'd take at Manchester City? Well, you probably wouldn't take Kane now because you've got Haaland, but
no, I would because I think that'd be fascinating. It would be so. Like play together. I'm desperate.
No one plays with a two up front like that anymore. Either.
I know, and I think. Well, he can do like the De Bruyne passes, so I'm like, I would love to see that, just like up to like. That would up to Haaland. That'd be absurd. He would make it work. He'd somehow make it work. I'm trying to think who's actually decent.
I think Bentancur could do a job in the midfield.
Yeah.
I feel like Pep could get the best out of a Romero. Apart from that, would Maddison get in that team? Because people were talking about...
I'd have Maddison. I was actually quite surprised he went to Spurs.
I think we all were.
But that's good, that.
I'll
take James Maddison.
So you're taking more than you thought, see?
Well, just James Maddison, I think.
Just not Kane. You're just Ryan Kane.
No, yeah.
A younger son, I think, would be a good City player.
I used to think like he should have gone like Real Madrid at some point at the peak of his powers. He was like unbelievable. He was oddly never like linked with anyone.
Yeah, I think he just loves Spurs. Like even like this summer was linked with Saudi Arabia straight away. I've got points to prove in the Premier League. I was like, don't know what those points are, but we'll see this season. But anyway, Ciaran, I think that was a lovely chat. I really enjoyed that. I mean, I was going to do the old go in the link in the description to follow Ciaran, but Kieran's a lot bigger than me.
No, yeah, so, it's I don't know if I have a Spurs audience. I've already set them off all the time.
Oh yeah, that's the thing when you're just slagging our kits off all the time. But if you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, go over to Ciaran's channel. That will be in the description, and see you on the next time. I think we'll get you on a few times this season as well.
Yes, for sure.
Should be fun, and I'll see you later. Bye.